Okay, this video is on SWN, Southwestern Energy, and I know a lot of people have mixed feelings when it comes to some of the energy names because we don't know if they're going to survive, what they're going to do. But this is strictly just off the charting. You can see here, I don't want to go back too far, but I'll go back a little way so you can see. But from here you can see it's just been straight down nearly. Well, now, for a little while anyway, since towards the end of last year, we've kind of bounced here, here, and now here. So we've kind of made, I don't know, it's pretty close. I mean, I can adjust the lines a little bit, but it's pretty close to around, let's just call it around 5.5 or so. And so we really don't know what's going to happen, but we know we've had a nice bounce from here, you know, up, and from here back up to, you know, around $9 or so. And then it stayed at 9 for a while and couldn't make it and got rejected. Well, now it's holding up again just over this $5.5, $6 range. It's starting to hold up again. If you're willing to go, and like I said, this is just strictly the moving averages are still pointing down. This doesn't really look too healthy, but you're at this point now where it's not just about like some of the other ones where the moving averages are coming together and it looks like it's going to squeeze upward. This is more about trying to establish a pattern, and this right now is trying to show that this area right here, right around $5.50 to $6, could be an area of support. We've got the RSI right now above 40. We got a nice positive wave count still going, and the only thing troubling is the MACD hasn't really kicked in. It's starting to lighten up, but it hasn't got over the zero line and turned positive at all yet. I would say this is just something to put on your watch list right now. With, you know, I wouldn't personally, for me, I just wouldn't go short any of these if you haven't already, because, you know, you're already at the low end, the super low end of the scale. I mean, obviously, if it broke down, when it broke down up here and started to get below these lows here at around $22 to $21, that would have been the idea to get short this name, and obviously you would have made a ton of money. But for right now, it looks like it's trying to, not saying that it will, but it's definitely trying to do something here. Even if it breaks below here, I would exit the trade. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put up an alert, and I'm not in this one by any means yet, but it's just looking like an idea. So if you're willing to put on a little bit of risk to see if this has some legs, this is a real good area to pick it up at, because it's been here before for the last couple of months. It's definitely tried, and this could have maybe a nice bounce to, you know, anywhere back to where it could be here around 9 or so, or even just down in the middle of moving averages of 7.5. So you could get a trade out of this, and in the worst case scenario is if you get stopped out, I mean, you're getting stopped out at a perfect point because you're not that far above it. So the risk is very little for a decent sized reward on it. I would do the stock on this one. I wouldn't necessarily do the options. We can look at the options and see what they have here. And boy, did I stumble across something there. Look at that. So maybe I was wrong on the options. Maybe because I hadn't looked at this earlier or anything, but these $7 ones have some huge volume on them. So wow, that's kind of amazing in there. And they are priced, the spread is beautiful. They're priced right. Wow, that has changed my mind there. Let's see what we have here. Even for further out, there's some volume in here. Let's go to January 18, I'm sorry. Yeah, I wouldn't go that far up, but I'll tell you what, that those Aprils for the price, that looks really more attractive. And like I say, if it does fail, you know, you just get out quick and take a small loss. But if we have a run from here, those are definitely going to be way three times or better on your money. And then by some chance of luck, if we did get above this area here, I'm going to put an alert here so now that I'm actually really interested in this trade. If you get above here, then obviously we know it's going to go pretty close to this area here, which will almost be at the 200-day moving average. I put it just above 12. and there you go. So like I said, even before I saw that volume on the options, I really liked it because it's, you know, like I said, I want something to establish, and if it hasn't moved like some of the other ones on some of the other videos where I see it moving above the moving averages and that, I know that it's failed here. I realize that, but at least it has some history here, here, and now a few days here, all with a few positive things. It's like I said, the MACD looks like it's lagging a little bit, but regardless, you're really close to this area here, so if you get stopped out, you're not taking a huge loss, but the upside reward potential is really great in this one. So I think it's one to look at, and I think actually this is something for the amount of risk and reward on this one. I think this is a trade I might pick up these tomorrow, depending on the market acts. I definitely might consider jumping into these Aprils here, just because of it looks really nice and everything fits the criteria. So this could be something here to look at, see what you think. I think this is a really good trade, and this could become a really profitable trade with very little downside risk.